There we go. Good morning, everybody. Dominic from Body Mind Fitness at you, coming live on Monday morning just after 7 o'clock, both on Facebook and Instagram today. So welcome to anybody who is either checking out the replay or coming on live. So before we get started, I wanted to talk to you about 12 days of core strength. 12 days of core strength is coming up starting next Monday, and there's a chance to win a prize from the studio. So if you are interested in that, you can either check out the link in the description for Facebook or head over to my Instagram page and check out the quick links in the bio. Good morning. So big topic of conversation today. I had somebody reach out to me via private messaging the other day and asked me about a term that I use here and there in some of my other live videos, which is add one thing. I always say add one thing and then do that until it gets easy and then add another. So one of the number one reasons for any type of new habit that changes, especially when we're trying to create a little bit of more movement in our lifestyle or introduce some healthier options into our meals and stuff, is we go all in day one. When it typically comes to meals, we say, okay, today's the last day. I'm going to go all out, and then starting Monday, I'm going to start fresh and it's going to be all healthy from here. And we get this thing called the Last Supper mentality. This is specific for nutrition. And we just eat all the stuff that we're not going to eat anymore. We eat it that day. And then we start Monday morning, things start off really well. And then as the week goes on, things kind of got, I'll just have a little bit of this here and a little bit of that. And then guilt kicks in, and then it's all similar to movement. I'm going to start doing this, and that, this many days a week, and make sure to have one day of rest. That's a lot. That is a lot to get started right away. So what I always encourage both my clients and students that are coming to my classes to do is just make one change. So if you want to introduce more fruits and vegetables into your meals, so it was last week, I believe, that we talked about a little bit of structure, but not rigidity, and no words escaping me because it's super early and I've been up half the night. Instead of super rigid and restricting foods, we just give ourselves a little bit of structure to work with. So we talked about making sure that you get about 5 servings of fruits and vegetables in a day. Now, I know that especially post-baby, this fruits and vegetables was not high on the list of priorities. Spoonfuls of peanut butter definitely were, and the quickest thing to get into my mouth. So reintroducing fruits and vegetables was really difficult to me, and I still have not gotten up to my 5 full servings a day. So there's a little bit of truth for you. I have not gotten up to my 5 full servings a day. But what I do is the day I decided, okay, this is it. I'm feeling really not right, so I got to bring these fruits and vegetables back in. I said, okay, I'll do one. So, and I usually got it done at the beginning of the day. So I grabbed an apple with almond butter. Almond butter, at least. Almond butter, so it's not, but that's what I did. Just one apple. I put it at the beginning of the day, so it was fresh on my mind. And that's how I started. And I kept doing that without pressure to do more until it started to feel easy. And this was the same thing when I was reintroducing movement back into my lifestyle. I had to start really slow. It was a big adjustment for me, going from one baby who actually really enjoyed working out with me, or at least pretending to 2 babies, and the one's on the floor and the other one's a little rough with her, and it made me really nervous. So I really kind of fell off the bandwagon a little bit longer than I wanted to at the beginning, but I was very gentle with myself. And as I've mentioned in previous videos, I do not get up early to work out. I do not take advantage of nap time to work out. I do it with them because naps and sleep are like crucial to me at this point in time. I need them. So with that said, I started one workout a week, and I did yoga. I love weight training. I love it. I love it. It makes me feel strong. It makes me feel powerful. But I just started with yoga, and I would do it kind of just playing on the floor and do a couple of stretches, a couple of things that seemed relatively easy. And then when that started feeling good and they started recognizing that that's what I was doing, I started adding more and adding more. So this is the big point I wanted to push across this morning is you do not need to go all in day one. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself something that feels achievable. Something that when you think about it, it doesn't feel like scary. It doesn't feel dreadful. It doesn't feel like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? It's something that feels like, hey, I got this. This is no problem. It is one thing I have to do. One thing that'll take me 5, 10, 15 minutes every day. And then when that feels easy, add on the next thing that feels super easy, 5, 10, 15 minutes a day. And understand that things take time. And I really come back to this because of a post that's actually hanging out in my drafts for this morning. So you'll be seeing that shortly. But I am currently in my strength phase for weightlifting. So what this is anywhere from like 1 to 6 repetitions. For me, it's 6 because I'm still easing back into it. 6 repetitions with 2 to 6 minutes of rest between exercises. 2 to 6 minutes of rest. And I know the first time we hit this cycle, when you're working with me, people are like, why am I sitting here for this long? And I really found it necessarily to hit this strength phase a little earlier than I had in my original plan because I was starting to feel like I was hitting a plateau. I couldn't get my weights up. I was in this weird in-between phase. I'm hearing some little ones wake up. So I'm going to wrap this up. But yes, so I started hitting this plateau and I felt like I needed to do this phase. And what this phase does is during that 2 to 6 minute break, your body is already starting to reawaken muscle fibers, make them bigger so you can start handling more weight. And that change happens like that. And within the next about 48 hours, you're still experiencing those changes after the fact. So once I get to the end of this phase, when I go back to my regular 8 to 12 reps of weightlifting, I'm going to notice a significant difference in my weight selections without it feeling like a burden. So this all goes back to taking time. So 2 to 6 minutes of break is crazy sounding, especially because a lot of women shy away from this type of training because they feel like, oh, I'm going to bulk up. And that's not the case at all. It's just a way to increase the gains that you are seeing on that bar, in those dumbbells, et cetera, et cetera. So once again, just taking time, reintroducing one food at a time, reintroducing one portion, one workout, one type of movement at a time, and making sure that you know that it is going to take time. And that's okay. You are already doing more than you did yesterday if you just add this one tiny little thing that could just take 5 minutes. So let me know what you think. Let me know if it resonated with you at all. And as always, if you have any topics that you'd like me to discuss on a Monday morning at approximately 7 o'clock, feel free to let me know either in the comments or pop a message into my DMs, and I will definitely bring that to you as soon as I can. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks so much, and don't forget, actually one last thing, don't forget, sign up for 12 Days of Christmas. Check out the links. You know what to do in Instagram. It's right here in Facebook. So sign up. Starts on Monday. Prizes to be won. All the explanations of how everything's going to go will show up in that first day email. So check it out and stay in touch. Thanks so much and have a wonderful day. Bye.